institutions in India. And since then, we have started many internships as well, which includes Anubhuti, our first internship, that is social internship, where we send our volunteers and participants of the internship to different NGOs and organizations where they work in the rural development and upliftment programs. We have promising internship known as Vidhi, where we send participants to different lawyers and of Supreme Courts and High Courts, where they work with them for almost a month and do their internship, gain experience with their work. We have Niti internship again, which is a policy making internship different from this competition, where we send our volunteers and the participants to different organizations and NGOs where they work and learn how to draft, think, and initiate a policy regarding any matter. We also have Shuruat internship where we send participants to different startups and they learn about the intricacies of startups, how it is thought, how it is managed, how funding is done, how taxation and other laws are concerned, etc. We in this, after that, in the last year 2020, we started almost 25 forums, and these forums have a number of varieties of research topics like constitutional rights, women rights, child rights, LGBTQ rights, animal rights, ancient mathematics, Sanskrit, coding forum, and so on. So this is a brief introduction of Think India, whatever we have done, and hence it is now a family of almost 20,000 students from all over India. Hence we work. Moving on to our inaugural speech, we have with us the gracious presence of Shri Pratap Sarangi ji, who is the Union Minister and MP from Balasore district in Odisha, and his place of birth is Gopinathpur, that is again in Nilgiri, Balasore, Odisha. The various positions he has held he has been elected as Odisha Legislative Council Assembly. In his first term, he was member of House on Committee of Cooperatives, Committee on Members of Amenities, Committee on Member of Petitions, etc. From 2009 to 14, again he was elected as the Legislative Assembly. He was member of a few more committees of the Assembly. From 2019 onwards, when he got elected for the 17th Lok Sabha, he is now the Union Minister of State for Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises and Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying. His literary, artistic and scientific accomplishments are as follows. He is a contributor to Urdu and Sanskrit newspapers and magazines, special interest in reading books and articles related to philosophy, world affairs, science and technology, and our glorious cultural heritage. His social and cultural activities are as follows. He has opened schools, Sanskar Kendra, in hundreds of tribal villages under Jana Shiksha Mandir Yojana in Balasore and Mayurbhanj district of Odisha, inspired social awareness and campaign against liquor, corruption, social injustice, and atrocities against vulnerable communities, provided medical assistance to poor and needy patients, delivered motivational talks to students in educational institutions, and participated in spiritual debates and discourses. He is also the president of Akhil Bharatiya Amritavani Seva Pratishthan, former president of Nikhilotkal Sanskrit Mahamandal, and various other organizations which he has headed as president, secretaries, vice presidents, and etc. He has also visited to different foreign countries like Benin, the Gambia, Guyana, and Nepal. And as we all know, he is also very fluent speaker in the Sanskrit as well. So may I now request our chief guest and keynote speaker of this session, Shri Pratap Sarangi ji, to begin with his kind words.
Hello. Am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir, you are.
Yes, sir.
I'm moving in a vehicle, that's why some trouble is. Expected Aditya Kasab ji, National Co-Convener, Think India. Sri Ashish ji Chauhan, National Organizing Secretary, ABVP. Professor Manoj Tiwari, Director, Niti. And Kartik Sudhar, National Convener, and all others who are present in this virtual platform. I congratulate you all for having invited me to share my ideas with you. Sardegar. There are some trouble. I offer you my heartfelt thanks for giving me this opportunity to share my ideas. But owing to my busy schedule, I am only moving in a vehicle because there is a meeting, so I have to go to Bhadrak. Now, a very noble attempt to organize such a program, and you are trying your utmost to infuse the spirit of patriotism, nation building among the youths of our country, students and youths of our country. That is very much appreciable. And in language sufficient to express my feelings of joy for this noble attempt of yours. Nation fast among the students and youths. That is a very appreciable step. But what is the background of this nation fast? We in our party also say, it is our aim, but is it very common to be achievable? No. Is it so easy? No. To say, but it is very difficult to practice. And if something is not practicable, then it's of no use. So, is there any example who have practiced all these things? Yes, many people have practiced this. They are the ideal, they are the cool. And I remember in our Mahabharata, incident of Pitama Bhishma, when he was in Sarasya, Pandavas, under the instruction of Lord Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, went to take advice from Vishnu. He gave many advices, many beautiful counsel to the Pandavas, which were full of wisdom, based on economics, political science, politics, history, religion, everything else. But at the last thing, Yudhishthira, I committed the biggest blunder in my life, which destroyed the nation. That is, I loved my father more. Don't love anything else more. Be your mother, father, wife, children. Don't love them more than your motherland. Motherland be the object of your worship, superior to everybody. भारत माता से ज्यादा किसी को प्रेम मत करो. युधिष्ठिर ने ये उपदेश श्रवण किया और इसको अक्षरशः पालन भी किया. और पितामह भीष्म realized this at the end of his life, that he committed a biggest blunder by loving his father. That love is not love, that is attachment. There is a clear-cut demarcation between love and attachment. A husband should love his wife, should love his wife. But if the husband is connected with the drugs traders, to inform the police and get his husband arrested. Otherwise, that false love, that attachment, so love is very supreme, love is divine. Love is not attachment. I remember Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Ramchandra, when he conquered Lanka and killed Ravana and was ready to leave, Vibhishana and Lakshmana prayed him, "Oh Sri Rama, our Lord, please rule Lanka, Swarna Lanka, and we are ready to serve you for life." Ramchandra, very detached, dispassionately told, "Abhi Swarna Lanka, नमे लक्ष्मण रोचते जर्नी जन्म भूमिश्च स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी. This passionate love for the motherland is necessary to take this vow of nation past. Our Krantikaris died chanting Vande Mataram. They suffered from the gallows or they finished themselves fighting with the British. How? Because of this passionate love for their motherland. I remember when Chapekar brothers, three of the brothers, were hanged in the gallows. Sister Nivedita, the disciple of Swami Vivekananda, went to console the mother. But seeing the mother, she cried. Now she was at a loss what to do. Now Sister Nivedita was asked by the mother of Chapekar brothers, "Why Nivedita, my daughter, why are you crying?" "Oh mother, I came to console you. But what language is needed to console you, I don't know. A mother who has given all the sons at the altar of the motherland as sacrifice." Now the mother became grave and with a majestic regal atmosphere said, "Oh Nivedita, is there any lady in the whole earth more fortunate than me who has sacrificed her three sons for the independence, for the freedom of our motherland? For that I am glorified. I am proud. But the only point of my sorrow is that I don't have any fourth gift to be given at the mother's altar because India has not yet achieved freedom." That is a passionate love for the motherland. So many Grantikaris had done that. Now, Swami Vivekananda told, expressed his feelings when he addressed the youth of India. For the coming 50 years, let Mother India be the only object of your worship. All other gods and goddesses are sleeping. You can forget them. आगामी 50 साल तक भारत माता तुम्हारा एकमात्र आराध्या देवी बने. भारत माता पशु बलि नहीं चाहती है, नर बलि, शास्त्र युवक बलि. Responding to this clarion call, thousands and lakhs of our Krantikaris came and who sacrificed their life at the mother's altar. And so now the question is how to practice it. This practical side of this doctrine is very much essential. You are looting the government by cheating, by not paying the taxes. You have no passionate love for this motherland. Suppose you are taking help of malpractice in the examination. Suppose you are adulterating. It is because you lack your patriotism, you lack love for the. Now, due to this pandemic, Corona 19, COVID 19, one thing, whole country, one whole world was full of disappointment. Our Honorable Prime Minister, a great champion, he inspired the spirit of patriotism, the spirit of enthusiasm, optimism among the people of our country and especially among the youth when he gave a clarion call for Atmanirbhar Bharat and prescribed a methodology to achieve this goal, this majestic goal, vocal for local people with global outreach. How it can be done? It can be done through strong resolution. माइक को सबको म्यूट कर देना चाहिए. It is disturbing. So he gave a clarion call. Now, India to be prepared a manufacturing hub in the world, that is the goal. And how it can be done through hard work. We need more trained people. We need more training institutions. We need more money. We need strong willpower, a national willpower. And the dream of Narendra Modi ji to take India to such a height that we can achieve the goal of becoming a $5 trillion economy by 2024. And this dream is to be materialized by the cooperation of everybody. And this dream became a national dream. People all over the country started their work with all efficiency. And Pradhan Mantri ji also asked our bankers to cooperate. But although there are some difficulties, still gradually the behavior of the banks are changing and we are taking review meetings. And Pradhan Mantri announced many packages under Garib Kalyan Yojana, many packages to boost the growth engine and to encourage our entrepreneurs, our MSME units, and our farmers, our laborers, our street vendors, big entrepreneurs, small entrepreneurs. Everybody were inspired and everybody were assisted through loans, packages, and change of policy, and gradually a manufacturing trend started. We know we are importing bamboo sticks for our incense, 78% from China and 21% from Vietnam. Now it is already stopped. We're not manufacturing a single PPE kit before Corona. Now we are manufacturing every day more than 5 lakhs and we are exporting. Like that, we are manufacturing many things, we are importing many things. Our import has been considerably reduced due to this trend, due to this encouragement given by our encouragement and incentive given by our Honorable Prime Minister. We should remember our ancient glory. In the past, before 1000 years, India's contribution to the trade and commerce of the world was more than 98%. Now it is nearly 2%. Even in the year 1700, our contribution to the world GDP was 25%. So we can raise India to that standard. We should feel inspired by our past glory. We should be sorry for the present decadence, and we should feel also more inspired by seeing the symptoms of national rejuvenation, regeneration all round. The prediction of Swami Vivekananda and Sri Aurobindo is going to be true. So now we developed a new ecosystem favorable to the growth of our national economy. How it can be done? We are the youngest nation of the world. In true sense, that means our nation cannot be old. India is ever aging but never old, says Brajendranath Seal in his book. Secondly, we are having the largest number of youth in the whole world. So this youth force should be properly utilized. Youth have courage, knowledge, vigor, energy, strength. Strength is life, weakness is death. Helping others is life, not helping others is death. Expansion is life, contraction is death. Love is life, hatred is death, says Swami Vivekananda. So this youth energy is to be processed properly. We have many energy sources. There are two types of energy sources. One is crude energy, which comes out of the mines, petroleum, coal, electric, hydroelectric, solar, all these are crude energies. All these are energies without any consciousness. But these energies, if processed properly, that serves the humanity. Suppose raw coal is useless, but if it is processed properly, that fuel will come out of it. H2O, Alcatra, many chemicals, saccharin, and ultimately radium will come out of it. It is unbelievable, but it is true. Similarly, human energy is to be processed. If unprocessed, energy may be detrimental to human survival, but if processed, it will be a best means for service to the humanity. It is said in our Shastras, Vidya Vivadaya Dhanam Madaya Sakti Parishang Paripidanaya Kalasya Sadhor Viparitam Etat Jnanaya Danaya Charakshanaya. In the wicked man, Vidya, learning, may be very dangerous. It is used in Vivada, fighting, and Dhana, wealth with a wicked man will be a means of exploitation and showing his own pride and Shakti and strength. Strength in a wicked man will be used in torturing the society, torturing the poor and the weak. But the same things with a good person, with a noble person, will be very beneficial. Vidya will distribute knowledge, and money will be used for dhanam to the poor, and strength, power will be used to protect the weak. So it is the conscience of the person who uses it that depends upon the man may be a very powerful man if his energies are processed properly, and they may be very much beneficial to the society, to the nation, also to the human. Now, the role of education is to process this human energy and nothing else. Vivekananda said, "With education is not the amount of information that is put into a brain and runs riot undigested all your life." So, what is education? Is it book learning? No. Is it diverse knowledge? Not even that. The training by which the current and expression of will are brought under control and becomes fruitful is called education. Education is the manifestation of perfection already in man. It is supposed that man is inherently perfect. This inherent perfection is to be drawn out. He said, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines or dogmas or rituals or books or temples or forms are but secondary details. Now we have to think in this line that whether a youth are charged with this noble idea of our inner divinity. So far as physical side is concerned, from the standpoint of our physical existence, we are a big zero. A single accident can finish us within the fraction of a second. Our mortal frame is finished. But so far as our real existence is concerned, our spiritual dimension is concerned, we are more powerful than the whole galaxy of stars. Why? Because spiritually we are all powerful. Now the spiritual deeper dimension of this human frame is not sufficiently explored by the majority. In our educational system, there should be a provision to look into this greater dimension. And in the new education policy, such a system has been evolved. And for that, we need trained teachers. So teacher training course is very much essential. This commercial education cannot produce such type of integrated human being. So that we need a different type of education. And you are supplementing the insufficiency of the education. That is very good, because if we go on thinking very deeply, we shall see that this physical frame is the surface level of our total existence, and beyond that our mind, our intellect, everything else. Ultimately, we will see that there is something which is not material, which is our real existence. I remember Rene Descartes, a German philosopher, a geologist also. He said, I can doubt the existence of my school, my college, my own residential house. I can doubt the existence of this physical universe. I can doubt the existence of my physical body, but I cannot doubt myself. The doubting self can never be doubted. Now, who is this doubting self? That is our real existence. And so that in our earliest days, we had two types of sciences. One is objective and another is subjective. Whatever we know through our senses, all this history, geography, philosophy, even the Vedas, our rishis say, are all ordinary sciences. And the supramental, the superior science, this supreme science is the science of self, the knowledge of self. And that is our real motto. We should develop our experience in both these dimensions of knowledge, both the para and apara. Then only our knowledge will be complete. The person who knows should also be known. That is the real essence of our education. And we want that education by which character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's own feet. Now, coming to the practical side, we shall see only mere theories, only big ideas will not solve the problem. We should have big ideas, and we should have big dreams, and we should have the courage to make those dreams practically translatable, practically possible. So then only our knowledge and experience will become. We should study, we should unify human experience, which is the real goal of all knowledge, and that is our motto. And how can we do? Because a poor nation cannot prescribe big prescriptions to the whole world. So we shall have to unify our experience. There are three types of Shaktis, powers, energies. We say youth power, student power. One way student power is engaged, we have seen during the college election or during the examination or during any other riot, they engage themselves to finish everything. They set fire to buses, set fire to the VC's room, set fire to the college library, and they start fighting with others. Many students and youths are injured, some were admitted to the hospital, some died. So, is it the proper application of our youth energy? No, certainly not. But we have also seen they are engaged in blood donation, giving bloods, cleaning the villages, plantation. They are engaged in plantation, serving the poor. So this sort of positive application of their energy is will enable them, will give them more strength, and for that they need a proper understanding of their whole nature. When they dive deep into the ocean of thought, they will come to know if they are trained in this process of deep meditation and through deliberation, through thinking, through meditation, through study, they can come to realize that they are not small human beings. Abdul Kalam used to say, our former president, small dream is a crime. So they should be habituated to think big, dream big, work big. They should have the ability to form organizations for the society. If they dream big, they will realize what Vivekananda said: ye children of immortality, ye divinities in the earth, ye sharers of immortal bliss. Sinners, it is a sin to call them and so. It is a standing liable on human nature. Come up to lions and succumb to delusion that you are sheep. Ye are not bodies, ye are not matters, ye are spirits free, blessed and eternal. This sooner they believe this, the better. If they believe that they are really essentially spiritual spirit, they are all powerful, they can give up these temptations, they can win over this temptation. Suppose there are three types of energy as said by Swami Vivekananda. One is Bahu Balam, physical energy. Another is Buddhi Balam, intellectual energy. Another is Atma Balam, spiritual energy. Bahubalam is essential, but Bahubalam without Atma Balam may be very dangerous. It may be Hunda. Superior is intellectual energy or Buddhi Balam. Buddhi Balam. Buddhi Balam means you should have intellectual excellence so that you can exercise a more intellectual manner with intelligence. It will be superior. But you cannot avoid temptations if you do not have Atma Balam. Only Bahubalam and Buddhi Balam cannot escape you. Suppose somebody came with 2 lakh rupees for doing some favor to him, illegal favor. If you do not have Atma Balam, only Buddhi Balam, you cannot avoid this. You can accept that very secretly. But if you have Atma Balam, simply you will refuse. You will not yield to this temptation because there is a character excellence. Dimension of human personality is evolved, is developed, so that you cannot accept. You can say, no, no, I am Atman, I am spirit, I cannot do this heinous crime, I cannot take this illegal money, I shall have to earn my bread. So Atma Valam will allow you to form your character, and which is very much essential. We need character excellence, both personal and national. And how, if you have that Atma Valam, then you can say, no power can threaten me, no gold can purchase me, no flesh can tempt me. Then only you can say that a character is formed with you. This character excellence is responsible for all types of excellence. Yadeva karoti sraddhaya vidyaya upanishada tadeva virivataram bhavati. Then be it in the field of manufacturing, be it in the field of service, be it in the field of academics, you can excel everywhere. And rural entrepreneurship can develop. Our quality of products will be very attractive, so that we can capture the world market also. Organic farming, fruit processing, herbal product processing, waste management, everywhere. And our youths will be shining like stars in the national horizon. With this I conclude. Namaste.
Thank you so much, Pratapji, for sharing with us your wonderful, wisdomful words. And I'm sure that the way you have suggested to have ethics in our policies in order to have the Indianness in our academia, in our policies, and in our business will definitely be followed by your participants. Moving on, may I now introduce all the judges which are here with us and which will be judging all the paper presentations which we will have after this session, which will be running parallelly. We have Professor Jasleen Kevlani, Professor Akshay Rath from NIT Rourkela, Professor Niyati Pandey from GNLU, Professor Upasana Agrawal, Professor Ashwin Gumaste from Chair Professor in Department of Computer Science, IIT Bombay, Dr. Rashmi Das, Professor Debashish Chakraborty, again from IIT Bombay, Professor Udit Bhatia from IIT Gandhinagar, Professor Kaushik Basu, uh, Professor Ashish Bhave, Professor Unnat Pandit from JNU, Professor Neeraj Pandey, Professor Varadraj Bap from Department of Economics, IIT Bombay, Dr. Prashant Sathe, Dr. Atul Kulkarni, Dr. Sanjeev Verma, Dr. Ravindra Irpatgire, Professor Bhavin Kothari from National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad, Dr. Milind Joshi, Professor Bhavna Pathak from CUG, Professor Vimal Mishra from IIT Gandhinagar, Department of Civil Engineering, Professor Manish Kumar from Department of Earth Sciences, IIT Gandhinagar, Dr. Sumi Jha, Shri Milind Kambleji, Dr. Milind Kambleji, who is the President of Dalit Chamber of Commerce, Professor Shri Milind Marathe Professor Milind Marathe, Dr. V.G. Pankarkar, Dr. Kiran D.M., Poonam Singh, Advocate Vidushpat Singhania from Krida Legal, and Dr. Manpreet Sidhuji. Tomorrow, when we will be having our final rounds, the grand finale, the judges for that meet will be Dr. Omkar Rai, Director General of STPI, Dr. Sanjeev Joshi, Professor Gauri Dutt Sharma, the Vice Chancellor, University of Meghalaya, Dr. Aruna Shankar Kumar, Professor Sudarshan from IIT Bombay, and Professor L. Sundaram. Moving on, we have our special invitee, Shri Ashish Chauhanji. Ashish ji is originally from Rodu in Shimla. It is a district in Himachal Pradesh. You have completed your education in BSc, then BJMC, journalism, and MBA. You have been in contact with ABVP since 2003. You have been the president of the Students' Union in the Government College, SEMA, Rodu. In the past, district convener, University Students' Union president, secretary, district organizing secretary, national general secretary. You have effectively led nationalist ideologies against leftist ideas in Himachal Pradesh. You have done commendable work in the last 7 years through Think India in the All India Institute of Education, IITs, IIMs, NLUs, etc., on the quality of education and issues of students. In 2013, you have visited China as a member of delegation of China tour organized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Government of India. Along with this, you have visited America for the program Legislative Fellows of 2016, organized by the US State Department. You have given research papers, speeches, etc., on youth topics, India-China relations, education subjects in various national and international programs. You are Secretary of India-China Youth Dialogue and a patron of Think India. You are currently the National Organizing Secretary and your headquarters is Mumbai. May I now request C. Ashish to kindly share his views with us.
Namaste and Honorable Pratap Sarangi ji, Minister of State for MSME, Animal Husbandry, Fisheries and Dairying, who was with us and who delivered the inaugural address to this Think India Niti Hunt. Obviously, the twin Niti and Niti, it has to be understood how with the National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Think India has initiated this program. Sir Manoj Tiwari ji, Honorable Director of NITI, Mumbai. Think India convener Pratik ji and co-convener Aditya ji. And I must thank Anshul for acknowledging the presence of honorable professors, senior member of policy organization, think tanks. I could see myself on the this platform, presence of Professor Khanzode, Professor Kothari, Professor Pandit, Shri Kiran DSG, Dr. Rashmi ji, Dr. Ashish Bhave ji, Shri Atul Kulkarni ji, and many professors. Dr. Aruna, I am able to see. Members of Think India from across the country, and students and family of the whole community of NITI Mumbai, and students, people who are following Think India, they are able to see us on online platforms across Facebook and the other handles of Think India. My dear friends, I wish to first congratulate you to do this marathon activity of inviting papers, inviting articles from students all across India, and I have learned that you have got something around 800 plus policy notes, and people will be participating, and the number of committees you have formed of judges, scholars to review all these policy documents. It is a brilliant task which Think India, NITI team, and NITI institution have together done in order to bring out brilliant ideas from youngsters. If I go through the last year, which obviously all of us we have witnessed it as the year which was shadowed by the underlying presence of COVID, and how humanity has actually gone through this past year. If I have to only say that we have seen 2018, we have seen 2019, and then we saw the COVID year. So whole of our activities have been uh, just grappling with how to tackle Corona in year 2020, be it the earlier physical distancing norms, how to face the lockdown, the problem arising from the lockdown period, be it the PPE kit, the uh, other health amenities which were to be built up in order to cope up with the uh, rising COVID numbers. And then obviously how the economy should come up in a format, and then the whole plan of government of India, whether it is Atmanirbhar Bharat, and in countries across the globe, there is discussion about the package, the economic package, the economic uh, stimulus to be given in across the countries. Be it the Biden administration at present, which is talking about more than $1 trillion kind of a stimulus package. So looking at these numbers, the whole of 2020 is uh, our own journey with COVID, and how health in many ways has become a number one issue for all of us across the globe. So maybe our public policy, even to this day, might have focused on other aspect of social indicators, other aspect of social issues, but health now becomes a huge issue. I was reading one of the article, and it mentioned that the CIA itself had many other scenarios in picture in order to deal with the so-called, whichever is popular in Hollywood media, the apocalypse. But a pandemic shutting down whole of the global economy was not there the top priority, and it wasn't in the core themes where they had evolved into a situation where American economy would be taking a beating. Similarly, across the globe, we haven't thought about a pandemic which will create such kind of a situation, but we have witnessed it. Though the earlier pandemics, whether it was SARS in 2003 or other Spanish flu in yeah, early 20th century, those might not have impacted the global economy like this COVID has done. So, my friends, looking at this situation, our policy has to come up with the brilliant newer ideas. It has to understand social sector. It has to understand the humanities. It has to understand technology. It has to understand the global logistic in far more greater way than it has understood even to this day. हमारी पॉलिसी अभी तक जिस तरह से बनती थी उससे कहीं ज्यादा interdisciplinary approach we have to take. Likewise, we just now mentioned, and will Pratap Sarangi ji also mentioned, that the national education policy is accepted by Government of India, and it was deliberated by hundreds of thousands of people of India. There were 2 lakh suggestions after the draft was given to the people of India in 2019. Before that, there were suggestions which were invited from 2015 onwards. So we get participation of people in making a policy document, and subsequently even the draft when it was prepared, still discussions and suggestions were taken. After taking suggestion of people of India from all walks of life, stakeholders, policy groups, think tanks, individuals, policy has evolved into an formation where it talks about interdisciplinary approach, it talks about holistic education, it talks about how engineering institute like the NITI itself, like the IITs, like the NITs, like management institute, like IIMs, all these institutions should become interdisciplinary and should offer courses which would be uh, ingrained with so many interdisciplinary streams. Even the general colleges, the BA, BSc, BCom, this kind of structure will not be there. It will be an interdisciplinary courses which will take forward our learning. And in coming days, I am very, very hopeful that these interdisciplinary approach will pave way for that research orientation in our country. Youngster, while doing bachelor studies, will be able to immerse themselves in subjects in far of music to physics to mathematics to political science, and then they can come with novel ideas which, with compartmentalization of education, we might have only succeeded in looking at small bits and pieces. So even in the ancient times, the Gurukulas, student used to study discipline far and wide. There were no concept of arts, science, and commerce. People used to study warfare and still study philosophies and commerce also. In that sense, the national education policy speaks about research, it speaks about innovation, and another policy document which is being debated right now is science and technology policy, science and technology innovation policy of India 2020. And many of us might be knowing that tomorrow happens to be the last date for submitting our suggestion for the very document. The earlier policies, be it the 1958 scientific policy report, be it the 1983 report that was called technology policy report, be it the 2003 report or 2013 report, which are scientific technology policy documents. This policy document in 2020 looks after the whole of science and technology arena, and many a times the policy concerns which are there in national education policy are also intermingling, or there are common spheres of research innovations where the national education policy as well as this science technology innovation policy, they intermingle in many areas. But I'm curious, and like me, many scholars, academics, they're concerned how this science and technology innovation policy will be implemented in terms of universities, colleges, higher education institutions, and any policy which is looking at striving India to a Atmanirbhar, self-reliant India in technology and research and innovation should actually capitalize on the youth of India. And for that purpose, how science and technology will be taught in schools, how innovation can be uh, like the technique of innovation, how the training part of it can be done in schools, how science and technology will pave way for research, patents, and more of these avenues in higher education of India. So this is the critical aspect which in national education policy is enumerated as National Research Foundation, and those research uh, uh, foundation will be doling out and giving out projects of research of India's importance. And likewise, likewise the science, technology and innovation policy. It is talking about AI. It is talking about Internet of Things. It is talking about big data, and all these novel fields is needed to be worked upon in a national mission. And likewise, we just a month ago had a issue of how research publication here in India are being debated upon in the court of law itself, and how the India's own structure of scientific research publication and research publication in totality will be placed all across India. How India's library could be place of these publications availability for students, and how academic institution can benefit from a one nation, one subscription kind of a project which Government of India is planning to bring in under this science, technology, and innovation policy. Through all these initiatives which Government of India is looking at through science, technology, innovation policy or national education policy, to academic, to education, to people who are working with education, and even students. For us, it is a win-win opportunity that these are coming up in a similar time where we can debate about education, how and likewise a policy coming up about science and technology policies. Likewise, another policy document which concerns on Pratap Sarangiji's ministry itself, that is fisheries policy, is also being debated, and tomorrow happens to be the last day for submitting suggestion for that policy also. That once we on these policies, we have enormous opportunity as a youngster to contribute to these policy suggestions. I will be asking all the participants here who might have given suggestion for the topics which were debated here in Niti Hunt. I am told that it is tribal rights and system. It is the data infrastructure you are writing upon. Your policy documents are concerning about northeast of India. It is about healthcare systems in India. It is about rejuvenating our rivers and ecological aspect. These suggestions are far and wide, from the technology sector to the ecology. And maybe in coming days, these documents, these suggestions becoming part of our research suggestions and our suggestions to Government of India, and Think India and NITI Mumbai together can become flag bearer of these suggestions to Government of India, and policy documents can benefit from these suggestions presented by all the 800 plus students and scholars here. I wish to suggest to the Niti Mumbai, particularly very brilliant idea, which was experimented by many other institutions. And one of the particular aspect of that is, since collaboration and Niti Mumbai is coming up with this Niti Hunt program, and if we can continue such initiative and deliberation upon policy documents can happen in a regular pace, more of youngster will be understanding that Niti Mumbai is a hub of policy deliberation, and which can pave way for the public policy school, or maybe a school of government of public policy at the Niti Mumbai, because similar kind of ideas have happened across institutions who have initiated some fellowship program in the in the their at their inception, and subsequently, because of those programs only, the institution has got a leverage out of it and initiated uh, the formal structure of those very fellowship programs. One of the example is Ashoka University, which initiated Young India Fellow, and in the subsequent year, it became a course, and then subsequently it paved way for the liberal school. Similarly, the Ajim Premji University, it was in the initial years only focused on teacher education, and that teacher education school and that school of education within the APJ Ajim Premji University becomes the hub and the core epicenter. Obviously, NITI has an epicenter of industrial training and engineering, which is the core of this institution. I can feel that being in Mumbai and being in the financial capital of India, economy, finance, public policy, industrial engineering, these can intermingle and can obviously shape for an interdisciplinary institution in coming years. With this, I again congratulate Think India team and congratulate Niti Mumbai to come up with this brilliant program of Niti Hunt. And my congratulations, best wishes to all the participants. And you students, participants, you should come up with these brilliant ideas. Keep writing, and some of your suggestion would invariably will be uh, taking shape in India's own outlook on those topics. So it would be apt if you could present your suggestion here and contribute through articles in the public domain where the people can take it forward. And obviously, Think India team over here will be thinking about publishing and sharing these thoughts and sharing these suggestions to the larger public domain. Thank you so much, and best wishes for a successful Niti Hunt program to both Think India team and Niti Mumbai. Namaste.
Thank you, Ashish ji. Kind words. May I now request the director of NITI, Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari, sir. Professor Manoj Kumar Tiwari ji is a director at National Institute of Industrial Engineering, Mumbai, from November 2019. He was a professor with higher academic grade in the Department of Industrial and Systems Engineering at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, and currently on lane of 5 years. As a researcher, he is working in the domain of manufacturing system and supply chain management. His research and training interests are in modeling and the manufacturing process and operations analysis in supply chain networks. So may I now request Professor Tiwari to kindly share with us his views.
First of all, I express our sincere gratitude to the Think India that they have chosen NITI as one of it's a platform to come out of with some policy hunt kind of program, and through which you are connecting a lot of youth and students and enthusiastic scholars to formulate and think deep on the different policy related issues. And we are lucky to have with us on this forum our illustrious and very knowledgeable Honorable Minister Sri Pratap Chandra Sarangi ji, whom I know personally very well because his constituency is very near to IIT Kharagpur, and I know and also listen his many views on different topics. And I'm also very much thankful to Sri Ashish Chauhan ji for giving such a very elaborate idea that what was the basic design for this kind of you can say policy related hunt started by the Think India forum. So here I would like to say that NITI is a pretty old institution, started in 1963, and by virtue of its nature, industrial engineering itself is a interdisciplinary branch which connects almost all the disciplines with management. And our main job is to enhance the you can say efficiency of the operations for any task leading to the productivity and proper you can say integration of the man machine and other kind of resources to employ in a judicious manner that lead to the better utilization of the system. So with this particular motive, this is the discipline, and also we cover a lot of you can say major topics on the management. That's why we are very close to the engineering management, that is business school kind of systems which are predominantly there in many of the US universities. So our policy planner who have designed this institute, they have been well thought over that how it can play a role. And I'm thankful to this forum that they have given us this kind of small assignment to think over it and how we can convert it into institutions which can think of for pan India level for different policy issues. I also want to brief you that during this pandemic, you have seen that major supply chain got hugely disrupted because of the kind of resources we are having with respect to the warehousing, port, with respect to the distribution network, etc. So this was again that I can say NITI has a lot of contributions in the supply chain and operations management. And we are basically known very well in the corporate sector to produce very high quality supply chain experts from our two that is a PGP courses. And in that count, we thought that there is a need actually to evolve with digital supply chain management and its ramification to improve our, you can say, overall performance and visibility of the chain. So in this context, I contemplated a lot with my colleagues and friends in industry as well as in the academia. And then we come out of with a scheme that why not to connect most of the practicing peoples, students, faculty member of the different institutions with a global course where some top personalities of the world, they should come to our platform at a very cheap price to cover all the nitty gritty of the policies and issues which are concerned with the management of the digital supply chain. So you will be very happy to know that world-class professor Simchi Levi along with me, we are covering that course. And here if we say that this is also a sort of the policy that we designed that how at a very cheap rate, 2,500 participants can learn every week 2 hours, 1.5 hours, Saturday and Sunday, the very intricate details of the logistics and supply chain fundamentals and also their applications. So such programs we started, it is running and today is the 5th class that we are going to conduct. So like this, our idea is to connect the global leaders on different field and also see that how we can contribute to the our clarion call of our beloved Prime Minister that how the slogans like vocal for locals can be given a push, can be given some real, you can say, experience by taking proper steps in that direction to realize it. Similarly, we are conducting a lot of courses for the benefits of the industry on the modern areas like we are all listening that AIML is playing a big role. But we thought to let us say that how these applications can improve our operational efficiency. So on that count also we are doing a lot of work to see that all these ML tools and AI tools, operation research models, simulation models can improve and help us actually to improve our productivity. So I can say that this forum has given us a lot of things, and I am really going to take very seriously suggestions given by Ashish Chauhanji that we have to take NITI to a new dimension where more interdisciplinary things like financial engineering, financial resources in supply chain management, project management, etc., manufacturing management, which we used to pursue, how they can be actually linked with our different kind of policies and other programs so that we can give better suggestions to the implementing bodies. So certainly, sir, we are going to encourage the youth and also start some scholarships for the youth so that they can come to NITI and take the advantage of our positions in this one. And of course, there are some policy-related issues for us also that in, as you know very well, in Bombay, as being such a one of the famous city for financial activities, there are a lot of, as you can see that IEMs have started, but Bombay does not have that one. So I think NITI has that kind of potential and hope that by the way in which we are progressing, if government is very kind enough, they can help us to achieve that kind of status for the NITI also. And we are also hoping that that sort of act will come up with the support from all of you and goodwill from all of you. So I can say that this policy that we need for the NITI to grow and meet the NEP requirements and NEP recommendations in a better manner. Though of course, for present instance also we are doing, but we need more such kind of support for ours. And now I can say the topics that are chosen, they are very apt for the growth and development of the nation, particularly say transforming Northeast, infrastructure, culture department for the Northeast, the local for the vocals, and all other topics. They are very apt, and I hope that the kind of entries we have received and competitions that we have witnessed, they will definitely give suggestions which have far-reaching consequence on the different policy issues. And once again, I extend my, you can say, warm welcome to all the participants here, and also express my deep gratitude to the Think India as well as the organizers for this particular policy and programs, which has given us an opportunity to feature us and also help us to come out of with this kind of competitions. Thank you very much, sir, and hope that we will share our platform with much more wider coverage of the other policy details. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. And it is really grateful to hear from you the initiatives which NITI has taken already and which you plan to lead in the near future. We also have the gracious presence of Sri Ganesh Suryadas ji, who's he is our former national in charge of Think India. He has done his masters in management of from Solapur University. Ganesh ji has worked in Mumbai and Delhi for many years to expand this organization with his creative initiatives and organizational skills. And he'll be, of course, our mentor in future as well. We also have Mrityunjay Tripathi ji with us. He hails from Nainital in Uttarakhand and has completed his master's in law from Jindal School of Public Policy from OP Jindal Global University. He is he has worked as an analyst at Quality Council of India and as a researcher at Niti Aayog. And he is a Purnakalik. He is a full-timer Karyakarta in Think India since 2019. And currently he holds the responsibility of Western Zone in charge and national in charge of internships for Think India. We also have with us Shri Pratik Sutharji. Pratik Sutharji is currently a researcher at IIM Ahmedabad, and he is completing his degree in chemical engineering from SVNIT Surat. May I request Pratik ji to kindly convey the vote of thanks. And before this, I would also like to mention that Pratik ji has recently represented India in the youth delegation, which where in the BRICS summit, where it was a conference among the youths of different nations, participants of BRICS. Pratik ji, over to you.
Thank you, Anshulji. Namaste. It has been an honor for Think India to organize another flagship event. This time it is NITI Hunt, a policy drafting competition. On behalf of Think India and NITI Mumbai and the organizing team of this NITI Hunt, I would like to extend my gratitude to our chief guest of this opening ceremony, Honorable Pratap Sarangiji, Honorable Minister of State, our guest of honor, Shri Ashish Chauhanji, National Organizing Secretary of ABVP, and our patron of this NITI Hunt, Honorable Director of NITI Mumbai, Professor Manoj K. Tiwari ji. I am also thankful to all the judges present here in this ceremony, and we have received more than 800 policies. So definitely we are grateful to all these young policy enthusiasts across the country. I am thankful to all the invitees and attendees of this opening ceremony of NITI Hunt, all the collaborators and volunteers of Think India. For the successful inauguration of this opening ceremony of NITI Hunt, I extend my congratulations to organizing team of NITI Hunt and best wishes to all the participants of the NITI Hunt, and hope for good days ahead and lot of learning with us. Definitely, we are grateful to our collaborator NITI Mumbai, and thank you so much. Thank you all for attending.
Thank you, Pratik ji. Thank you all for joining. May I now request all the participants to kindly join their waiting room, which you might have got in your mails or on your WhatsApp groups. And may I request all the judges and the professors which we have here to kindly join the session link of WebEx of your respective sessions, where we will be starting our presentations as soon as you all are there. So thank you all for joining. Thank you again, and thank you, sir.